Now listen up. I have something to say to each and every one of you who were stupid enough to sleep on link click. Can you be so stupid that you would sleep on Peak? Now here's the thing, I'm not a hypocrite, so I brought out my trusty mirror. You, Brandon, how could you sleep on Peak? How could you sleep on link click, you dumb So anyway, with that out of the way, holy shit, everyone who slept on this, myself included. I mean, I've heard a lot of buzz about link click off and on since it started, but I finally have checked out link click. Now, I've only seen a handful of episodes into season 2. We're still watching it weekly over on Patreon. But I finished season 1, and man, I am so glad on one hand I did wait to watch link click, because the cliffhanger in season 1 is so diabolical. Like, I would have loved it, because the sick part of me loves to be hurt, but at the same time, being able to immediately the following week jump into season 2 and see the resolution of that cliffhanger, woo! Won't get to that just yet. I want to keep it a little spoiler-free for the meantime, but man, so if you need to be sold on why you should watch link click, this shot's actually a pretty good representation. Pictures. Pictures is the name of the game when it comes to kind of like a detective anime, where you meddle with time, but obviously, like with any time traveling show, there are rules, there are fixed things that have to stay, and if someone dies and we're going back in time, reliving their memories, we have to let them stay dead. The changing that, altering that could just catastrophically screw everything over. I haven't reached a point where they've done anything like that, but there's been moments of fear surrounding that. So it's really interesting because you have two characters, one of which their ability allows them to like see what happens in a memory in a picture. So if you see a picture, you get to like figure out where things go, gather information. The other has the ability to properly go inside and control the person in said picture. So in the case of this, oh my god, you were gonna get stabbed here, but I'm martial arts trained, so I can stop this. Now you may want to say, but Brandon, you just said that you can't alter time like that. But if she never actually died to begin with there, then that means that you were the reason. It's time travel mumbo jumbo, but they do follow it, and I like that. But also, the interesting thing too is that it's not just your main characters who, over the course of this show, it's very much built up into like, oh, there's clearly going to be more character. Like, you don't even need to know that an antagonist also probably has the ability to do stuff with pictures. If your two central characters both are doing things with pictures, you naturally assume watching it early on that there's going to be other characters who have picture-based abilities. The cool thing about the pictures is that once you use a picture, it's over. And from my interpretation, based on things that happened with antagonists doing some crazy shit, once it's not just simply a picture. I think it's like, once you utilize someone's life, you can't mess with their life ever again, sort of a thing. That's my interpretation. Could be wrong. But it's a really cool detective series, and honestly, if you really loved watching To Be Hero X, this was the director's work before that, and you can really feel like where they got some of their ideas from in terms of how to animate things. It's just such a cool show. And so far with what I've seen in season 2, it's even better than what I've seen up to this point. But I do need to talk about a pretty big spoiler, which is the ending of season 1, which is the entire reason you're getting a video right now. Even though this happened a month and a half ago for me. Keep in mind, a month and a half ago, the ending of season 1 I watched, and I'm still this giddy, like I just came off the episode. That's pretty fucking hype. So what ends up happening is we're dealing with, of course, the person who's been behind all these like horrible things, and we end up trapping them. We get them arrested. We think, hey, it's game over. Unfortunately, bro also has picture-based abilities. Takes control of our girl and stabs Best Boy. You see, initially when I watched this episode, I thought to myself, I didn't see it as her being controlled. I was like, fuck's sake, she's been playing us this whole time. I felt so betrayed initially. But no, like the fact that what's so great about this, just the bloody shock here, it's the uncertainty, leaving your viewers off, whether that's a week like for me or a year or however long it was for season 2 for everyone else. The fact that you have to consider, okay, even if she was being controlled here, what if can she be controlled again? And that natural skepticism and distrust after this moment what I really like in the second season, I think it's literally in the first episode, once he's in the hospital and we realize, or maybe it was the second episode actually, because for the first episode, they actually make you think he's dead. Like, I literally left this episode saying he was going to live, and then season 2, episode 1 comes around, and they, like, treat him like he's dead. But they have to fake his death, right? Because who knows what's going to happen otherwise. And the first time he tries leaving the room, he doesn't want to because he doesn't trust that she can't be controlled. Not that he doesn't trust her, but if she's already been controlled once, who's to say it can't happen again? This type of shock is so good because it's not like every other episode this was happening. There was plenty of shocks, kidnappings, and, you know, oh my god, is a friend gonna make it? But that stab from a friend is such a good dramatic moment, and while very bloody, it serves so much more than just an initial shock, because once she calms down, who's holding the knife? You can't blame it on some magical mumbo jumbo to your general cop, right? Such a good shock in general. And that's what I really like about Link Click, is that there's plenty of shows that I love that handle time travel flawlessly. Steins Gate, Doctor Who, love them. But it's really cool because all throughout watching this show, and there's a specific episode surrounding an earthquake, that, man, throughout the entirety of that arc, I thought to myself, just change the past. Fuck it. Let's just roll with it. And we don't. But all throughout the show, you feel like our boy who's always jumping saying, why can't I change this? But the rules are in place for a reason. And whether or not in a season 2, which I'm currently watching, a season 3, which is upcoming, there's also the spin-off, which we'll be getting to eventually on Patreon as well. There's a lot of uncertainty about how much they can change, because right now we have been following the rules, and I would be interested if the show ever gets to the point of majorly shifting something we shouldn't, and the repercussions that could come with it. But this show is great. I've actually been watching, I think there is a Japanese dub for this. I could be wrong there, but I've been watching in its original audio, and I love it. I love the voice actors, I love the presentation, I love everything about it. It's just so good, and I've been having an absolute blast watching it, and I think it's one of my best Patreon-funded reaction series, because it's just, this show is made for me. I just needed a push to get into it, to dedicate the time to, and I'm so glad I finally did. We're like a third of the way through season 2. I think I'm up to episode 4, maybe episode 5 by the time this releases. I don't know. But either way, been a very, very fun time, and I'm already excited for season 3, and I'm not even halfway through the fucking show yet, so that says a lot. But you can let me know your thoughts. What did you think of Link Click when you first watched it? Or if I got you to check out Link Click, you can let me know. And like I said, we do this every single week over on Patreon, full live reaction, uncut, unblurred, all that fun jazz. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, head on over to Patreon if you want to see my full thoughts on all these episodes. And I'll leave you off with a small little teaser of my excitement when it comes to the Link Click greatness. Have a good one. No, 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 no. Is she gonna stab our boy? What's happening? Where's my positive ending? You gave me music! You made me drop my guard because you played 3 minutes of peaceful music! My brain is trembling. What is happening? So we don't know who the puppeteer is, or the puppet mastermind is, but they keep using people. Okay, see, I was a little worried at first that maybe she was always bad, but no, they're just using her as a fucking weapon. Oh my god! There's no way he's dead though, right? Like, we gotta keep him around. No, he's dead, actually. I bet they actually killed him. Fuck, I love how jammy the fucking ending song is.